Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel. Out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Wow. J.P. Crawford just hit a grand slam for the Seattle Mariners. 5-0 Seattle in the top of the second. Welcome aboard, everybody. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. A 5-0 ball game out in Houston. That's insane. Crawford's shot just went absolutely up and away. Dude, that launch angle was so high. By the time it landed, it went into about the fifth row. What a swing that was. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell icons too, man, and that way you will know when we do go live. This is Sunday Night Baseball here on Play-by-Play with JJ. Cal Raleigh is up at the plate as we speak, so Raleigh will step on into the box. Hopefully you guys are doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. 5-0 Seattle. They've won 13 of their last 14 games. 13 of their last 14. That is insane. That's absolutely wild. We have the Red Sox also on. They're taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. There are 2 Sunday night games. Joe Boyle is pitching for the Tampa Bay Rays. Cal Raleigh is up, by the way, as the throwback over to first base is not in time. 5-0 Seattle. That's unreal. That's unbelievable. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Here's the pitch. That is inside for ball 1. We are live, right? Yes, we are. Just wanted to make sure. Wanted to make sure that we were live. Mariners are 13-1 over their last 14 games. They have scored about 6.8 runs. The pitch to Raleigh. There's a high drive. Hit out to right field. Bye-bye baseball. Cal Raleigh goes yard and joins in on the party. 58 homers on the season for Cal Raleigh. Let's go. What a swing. Unbelievable. 7-0 Seattle. Bananas. Number 58 for Cal. And he needs 2 more to get 60. Wow. He's holding that trident. Jason Alexander just absolutely melting down. Rodriguez will single out to center field, and he will get himself on with a base hit. A 1-out single. Rodriguez and the Mariners are feeling it, and the Astros fans are starting to boo here. Unbelievable. And it looks like that's going to be it for Jason Alexander. 37 pitches, 7 runs allowed, including a big 2-run shot by the switch-hitting catcher, who just continues to be magnificent. We got the Chiefs playing the Giants also at around 8:20 p.m. Eastern time. Is that game at 8:30 or is it 8:20? All right, we'll be right back though. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. The pitch to Naylor, and that ball is flied out over to left field, and that's going to be caught for out number 2. So Jason Alexander just only lasted 1 1/3 of an inning. This is Angel De Los Santos pitching for the Houston Astros right now. A grand slam was hit by J.P. Crawford, and a 2-run shot was hit by Kyle Raleigh. He now has 58 homers on the season. He needs 2 more to get to the 60-homer club. Polanco sends one out over to center field, and that is going to stay in the ballpark, and that's going to be caught for out number 3. And so the inning is over. Mariners lead at 7-0. All right, so the offense gets going for Seattle, and they'll be back in just a little bit. I'm going to take one more step off. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. All right, we're good. No more breaks after that. All right, bottom of the second. Nobody on. 2 outs. And the pitch. That's taking the pie for a ball. So it's 1 ball, no strikes. We're in the bottom of the second out in Houston. The Mariners just had a grand slam from J.P. Crawford. And then a 2-run home run that was hit by Cal Raleigh. That was back in the 6-run second inning. There's a fly ball hit out over towards shallow right field. And Robles is there. He'll make the catch. The inning is over. All right, let's go to this Boston Red Sox game. Let's go check up on them. Red Sox have been have bases loaded, and the count is no balls, 1 strike. I don't know why this is not changing. There we go. Hello, everybody. What's going on? My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Would love to see the M's in the World Series for the first time ever. I feel you. I totally feel you on that. What's up, Paul? Shout out to you, man. All right, we're back. We are back. All right, come on. No balls, 2 strikes to Nathaniel Lowe. And the 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And so the Rays are going to go to the bottom of the first inning. Now, what time does the football game start? The football game starts at 8:30, right? Giants versus Chiefs. It's at 8:20. Okay. Both teams are 0-2. That's crazy how the Chiefs could actually go 0-3. They could go 0-3, man. That's unreal. I was actually watching that walk-off touchdown again. That really got me goosebumps. It got me so much goosebumps. That was awesome. I don't know how they won the game. I don't know how they won the game. That's always going to stick in my head. Lou's back. What's up, Lou? What's going on, my friend? What is up, dude? Shout out to you. Shout out to Lou. Also, happy Rosh Hashanah, dude. I know it's on Tuesday. It's really tomorrow. But yeah. JJ, I was at the game in 2005 when they did that the last time I can remember before this. It just can't escape my head. 0-3 and still find a way to the Super Bowl. Yep. That's true. They're still a good team. I can't count them out. Eugenio Suarez is coming up to the plate for Seattle. And the pitch that's taken is up high for a ball. Matt Ware ran 1 back. It reminded me a lot of Miracle at the Meadowlands. We just had our Rosh Hashanah dinner tonight. Nice. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch to Suarez. Net is taken down in the way for ball 2. You remind me of my uncle. Is that good or is that bad? 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 delivery. That is taken up high for ball 3. Early pitching, and he just gave up a single to Chandler Simpson in the Rays game. All right, 3 balls, no strikes to Eugenio Suarez. And the next pitch. And that's in there for a strike. I'm going to call you Uncle JJ. Don't call me Uncle. Just call me JJ. Just call me JJ, please. But thank you, though. I guess that's a good thing. The next pitch. Net is taken down in the way for ball 4. So Eugenio Suarez gets on with a leadoff walk here in the top of the 3rd. Mariners pretending that they're playing that they played football today. That's funny. Here's Dominic Canzone. Takes the first pitch for a ball. And so it's 1 ball, no strikes Joshua says, cheers, I'm drinking. I figured that. Just be careful, my guy. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Dominican zone. Top of the third, 7-0 Mariners. A grand slam hit by J.P. Crawford. Next pitch to Canzone, ground ball, and a backhanded stop by Altuve. The throw to second, there's 1. The throw over to first, there's 2. Happy Rosh Hashanah, my friend. Cheers. It is Rosh Hashanah. Everybody was doing their last-minute grocery shopping for Rosh Hashanah. That's funny. So 2 away in the top of the third. Robles is up. He walked his last time up. De Los Santos on the mound. Robles in the box. And the pitch to Robles. That is on the outside corner for strike 1. All right, so who are we rooting for tonight? Mariners or Astros? No balls, 1 strike to Victor Robles. There's 2 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the next pitch is a foul ball. And that will go out of play. Caminero up for the Tampa Bay Rays, by the way. Next pitch to Robles. And that ball is fouled. Early is on the bump for the Boston Red Sox. Oh, 2 on the way, and a called strike 3 to Victor Robles. And so it's time to go to the bottom of the third inning, a 7-0 deficit for Houston. And with that, we'll go back over to this Tampa Bay Rays game as we speak, just to check up on them. They're in the bottom of the first. Junior Caminero is up. And here's the first pitch. That is taken inside for ball 2. For ball 3, excuse me. I said the first pitch. 3 balls, 1 strike. Caminero is in the box. Rays trying to go up against the Red Sox. Red Sox have to win these games too. 3-1 offering. There's a swing and a miss. Right now, if we take a look at the MLB standings, as far as the wild card race does go, first of all, the Red Sox are still 4 games in back of Toronto. Red Sox also need to win this game in order for them to keep their distance against the Astros and try to keep up with the Yankees for that number 1 wild card spot. The next pitch, that ball is fouled and out of play. Boston is only 2.5 games in front of the Guardians, too. So that's another thing. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The next pitch to Caminero, and that is outside for ball 4. Bases loaded in the bottom of the first for the Tampa Bay Rays. And it looks like there will be a timeout taken in this ball game. Connolly early in this last outing went 5 1/3. Gave up 5 hits, 1 earned run, ended up striking out 7, did not walk a single batter. Don't feel bad, Joshua. A couple weeks ago, I called JJ my twin brother from a different mother, and he put me on a timeout. National media is going to be in shambles tomorrow because of the Eagles. Can't blame the tush push this time. That's right. I did. Put it at a time. I love you guys, man. All right, the Astros are starting off the bottom of the third inning. I could go back there. Why not? The pitch. That's taken for a strike from Logan Gilbert. Brandon Lau is up for the Tampa Bay Rays. Are we rooting for the Red Sox? Or who? Paul says I'm rooting for the Mariners. Mariners, Astros, Red Sox, Rays. And, of course, we got the Sunday night game, too. Next pitch. So it's 1-1 strike to Brandon Lau. Where is this? Not here. There it is. The 1-1 to Lau. That swung on and missed for strike 2. There's a high fly ball hit out over to deep right field by Kale, and that ball is gone, and Houston is on the board. It's a 7-1 ball game out in Houston, Texas. There's the 1-2 pitch, and there's a swing and a miss. And there's out number 1. I think he did get upset at me, Paul. No, I'm good. No, you're good. You're totally good. You're fine, man. I just don't like being called a honk. But you're good, man. I do appreciate the compliment, though. There's a line drive down the left field line in the Rays game, and that is a fair ball, and that will go all the way towards the corner. So 2 runs will score for Tampa Bay, and that is a 2-run double by Christopher Morel. 2-0 Rays. Okay, so the Rays are on the board too in the bottom of the first. That exit velo was 107. We can be friends, just don't call me for bail money. That's right. So the Astros are down by 6. The Rays lead it 2-0. That game is in the bottom of the first. Nick Fortes is up. The pitch to Fortes, that's a foul ball. That's a good swing by Kale. Altuve is up for the Houston Astros. First pitch to Jose Altuve is a foul ball. Fortes just took the next pitch outside for a ball. Oh no, you're good, man. You're totally good. You can call me fam. I got you. No worries, man. No worries. You're good, dude. You're so sweet. You're like fam to me, too. You really are. You guys all are. 1-1 strike to Jose Altuve, and the next pitch swing and a miss. You're good, dude. All right, come on. Get him up. 7-1 bottom of the third. 1 out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next pitch, and that is outside for a ball. The pitch to Fortes. Ground ball hit over to third base, and the throw to home plate is dropped by the catcher, and it's now a 3-0 ball game. Bregman threw it directly to home plate, and the catcher fumbled the ball and just lost it. He dropped it. It took a bounce in front of him, and he just could not field it cleanly. It popped out of the glove, and the Rays get another run because of that. Unbelievable. So that is an RBI fielder's. That's just a fielder's choice in an E2, I guess. Altuve back up for the Astros. The 2-2 to Jose. That's a foul ball. 3-0 Rays. Wow. What a start. Gray is now up at the plate. Tristan Gray. The 0-1 swing and a miss. So the count to Altuve is 3-2. That game is in the bottom of the third with one out. Gilbert pitching against Jose Altuve. The windup and the 3-2. That misses inside for ball 4, and Altuve does get on with a 1-out walk. So it was a 7-0 game. It's now 7-1. So Gray is up for the Tampa Bay Rays. The count is 0-2. And the next pitch, a backwards K. Swing and, struck him out looking. How about that? The pitch was on the inside corner. For the Astros, they will send Carlos Correa up to the plate. He just took strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to him. Gilbert kicks, deals. That ball is fouled. Correa came back to the Houston Astros. Ended up signing with the Minnesota Twins first, and then just came back at the deadline. The 0-2 to Correa. That's a foul ball. Up to bat for the Rays is Pereira. And Pereira grounds this one over to third base, and they're going to throw it over to first, and that'll be in time. So Alex Bregman does get the easy out there. 3-0, though, as they go to the second inning. Here's the 0-2 to Carlos Correa. That is taken low and outside for a ball. Final score predictions on this Mariners Astros game. Is the catcher's last name Buckner? I don't know how he dropped the ball there, but yeah, Bill Buckner. Looking forward to Diamond Zone tomorrow. You'll get a little preview of it tonight. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Carlos Correa. And the next pitch is popped up. It's hit out over towards the first base side and foul ground, and it will go on out of play. Let's see if I can get the football game up on here. I believe I can. Right? I have YouTube TV. Yes. Good. One ball, 2 strikes to Carlos Correa. Gilbert kicks, deals, and there's a fly ball hit out over to left field. That's hooking foul, and it will go out of play. All right, so Lugo is here. What's up, Lugo? What's up, Andrew? JJ, you're giving spoilers. You're 2 seconds ahead of the ESPN app. JJ's in a timeout. All right. Well, we'll be back in 5 minutes. All right, timeout. It never gets old. That's the last time I'm gonna do that. That's the last time I'm gonna do it. Imagine, no, I get timed out on stream, and that's exactly what happens. Wait, what did I do wrong? Gave a spoiler. Figures. Can't do that, JJ. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The next pitch, that's a foul ball. It's like out of my control, and like somebody just puts me in my break scene. Why can't I go back to live? Oh wait, that's why I'm timed out. That's so funny. Why can't I go back to my live stream stuff? Oh, wait, that's why. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Correa. Strike 3 called at the knees. Wow, he took that pitch? Really? That was a fastball at the knees. He just watched it go by. And he will have to walk back to the dugout. I did punk you guys earlier. That's the last time I'm doing that. I promise. I promise. I was actually gonna fade to black, but I get scared of doing that now. What did I say? Well, it's been a nice day. I think I said I'm just gonna enjoy this Eagles win, and I'm not gonna put myself through this. All right. 2 away, bottom of the 3rd. Logan Gilbert is still pitching. Wish I could get you more numbers on him, but I have a lot of screens occupied right now. So if I can't like give you stats, or if I'm a little bit silent, that's really why. Because I'm using every single one of my screens. And I really shouldn't be, because my computer wouldn't like that. The pitch on the way. There's a slider. And that's taken down the middle for strike 1 to Isaac Paredes. This is the best YouTube page ever. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I love you guys, man. We are family on here. The ball is 1 strike to Paredes. And the pitch. That's down for a ball. Is that Malik Neighbors? Yeah. They're interviewing Malik. 1 ball, 1 strike to Isaac Paredes. And the next pitch, there's a fly ball, hooking foul, and it'll be a souvenir. And Altuve has to go back over to first. You know, for a while I didn't know Altuve's nickname was Mighty Mouse. I don't like it. One ball, 2 strikes. But then again, nobody asked me. It's like such a weird name. One ball, 2 strikes. What's like the best baseball nickname of all time? The Man. Chase Utley has to be up there. The pitch, and that's going to get away from the catcher on a drop strike 3 call, and they'll have to get an extra out because of it. Unbelievable. Cal Raleigh dropped that strike 3 call. There's 2 outs. My aunt laughed. What's up, Aunt Janice? He lost the bat. He just sort of flipped the bat there. And then he's looking. He was lucky that he was safe. Just insane. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. And now 2 runners on. So they'll have to get 4 outs instead. I'm like looking at the replay here to see if the bat hit the glove of Cal Raleigh. No. He just threw the bat. The bat, like, slipped out of his hands. And then Raleigh got the ball past him. And then he's looking to see where the ball was. And he ran on over to first. The pitch on the way, and that's in there for a strike to Jesus Sanchez. The ball is 1 strike. Gilbert gets set at the letters. The 0-1 to Sanchez. That's going to bounce in the dirt for a ball. I hated the Mighty Mouse cartoon, says Paul. I've never seen the Mighty Mouse cartoon. I just don't like it as a nickname. All right. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jesus Sanchez. And the next pitch, there's a fly ball hit out over towards left center field. This is going to be playable for J-Rod, and he'll make the catch. Julio Rodriguez catches it, and 9-1 and 2 are due up in the batting order as the Mariners and the Astros go to the top of the 4th. We also have a break in the action between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Boston Red Sox. We got the Chiefs starting soon. That'll be fun. They're calling it a 1st and 35. That's literally what it says on the website that I'm on. It's 1st and 35. But obviously the game has not started yet. All right, best nickname. Best baseball nickname of all time. The best one. Like, what can you think of? I don't like it as a nickname either. Best baseball nickname of all time. I was going to say JJ is too young to know Mighty Mouse. Yeah. Who? Doc Holliday. Doc Holliday is a good one. I like the Doc. The Big Piece is a good one. I know I'm being biased here. The Man. I don't know. Mr. October. The Captain. Tell you what, the Captain, as much as I was not a big Jeter fan, like the Captain is a good one. The Hawk for Dawson, that's a good one. Yes. Super Bow. Love that name. Made me think about that. All right. So the Rays are up. They're in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Yes. 3-0 Tampa Bay. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Who's up? Williams. This is Cody Williams. The 1-0 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. Carson Williams. Cody Williams. 1-1 pitch on the way, and there's a swing and a miss on a fastball right down the middle. Carson just batting 182. That's not good. 5 home runs and 12 RBI. Mariners are also back on. The 1-2 to Carson Williams, swing and a miss. He was the Rays' number 1 top prospect. And he is down on strikes. Okay. Here's J.P. Crawford up for the Seattle Mariners. Blue Bow is pitching for the Houston Astros. And the pitch is a foul ball. Chandler Simpson for the Tampa Bay Rays did just ground out over a second. And so he is retired. 2 away there. Crawford in the box. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That is up high for ball 2. So we had this guy when I was calling baseball for the profs. That's their name for Rowan. That's their name. The Rowan University Profs. The pitch. There's a ground ball. It's hit over to shortstop, and the throw over to first. What a nice play there by Jeremy Pena. Wow. Makes an excellent play on a hop, on a backhanded play. Had to get on his knees and throw it on over to first from his knees in time. That was pretty impressive. We had this guy He was a center fielder. He was really quick, and his name was Trip McCaffrey. He did get a lot of triples, but it was always fun saying his name and saying Trip with the triple. He also did hit a lot of home runs. That was a cool baseball name. No balls, 1 strike. It's not a nickname, but that's just a really cool name. Period. Here's the 0-1 to Randy Arozarena. That is in there for strike 2. Rays are going to the top of the 3rd. No balls, 2 strikes. So, yeah, Trip McCaffrey was a cool one. We also had a football running back. Now, listen to this. The pitch. This one's popped up. It's hit out over towards the first base side, and that's going to be caught by Christian Walker. So, our running back for the Profs. His name was Messiah Divine. Messiah Divine as a running back. Now, that to me is a fire name for a running back. Cal Raleigh is coming up to the plate. He'll be batting on the left side. We also had a goalie, and her name was Shelby Money, and I believe she actually led D3 in saves. Maybe it was just the conference in saves. As a soccer goalie. Shelby Money was another good one. No balls, 1 strike to Cal Raleigh. Blue bow, kicks, and fires. And the pitch is outside for a ball. One ball, 1 strike to Cal Raleigh. And here's the windup. And here's the pitch. That is taken low for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike to Cal. Blue bow gets set and deals. Swing and a miss. And so the count is now 2-2. Raleigh homered his last time up. That was his 50th home run of the season. Next pitch, swing and a miss. And Raleigh is down on strikes. The inning is over. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 4th out in Houston. So back over to this Rays Red Sox game. Trevor Story is up. He's 0 for 1. And he fouls off the first pitch to put him down in the count 0-1. Chiefs are taking on the New York Giants. Get you updates on that game too. The ball is 1 strike to Trevor Story. And the next pitch is taken low for a ball. The windup. The pitch. Inside. For ball 2. I'm looking forward to this Women's Baseball League. I think that's going to be so cool for the sport. 2-1 pitch, and that's taken inside and high for ball 3. Next pitch, and that's taken for strike 2. I'm so excited for the Women's Professional Baseball League. It's going to be launching next year. 3-2 pitch to Trevor Story, and there is strike 3, and he is down on strikes. They're going to have 6 teams based in the Northeast It will be the 5th American Professional Women's Baseball League after the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League. Actually, the latest one, was the Ladies League Baseball that was from 1997 to 1998. I didn't know that. The pitch to Bregman. There's a line drive, base hit out to left field. And Alex Bregman does get on with a 2-out single, and he is now over at first. Just curious to see how they're going to do a draft. Here's the pitch to Masataka Yoshida, and that is taken for a ball. The Astros, they just started off the bottom of the 4th inning with a single from Christian Walker, so he is over at first base right now. They have a salary cap of $95,000 to be enforced by the league, which I actually didn't know. The league's games will be played in 2 college and/or minor league ballparks with a capacity of 2,500 to 5,000. Players will be provided with accommodation, meals on game days, and a share of revenue from sponsors atop their regular salary, which is expected to be comparable to those in the minor leagues. I'm really hoping that it grows, and I'd like to see the product. No balls, 2 strikes. Yanier Diaz is up at the plate for the Houston Astros. Next pitch, that's going to bounce in the dirt for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gilbert on the mound. Diaz stands in the box. The 1-2 pitch. Line drive, and that is caught over at third by Eugenio Suarez. A broken bat line drive hit over to Gino. The final ESPN game during the regular season will be on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It'll be Mets against Cubs. There's no Sunday night game, which I think is kind of sad. I've always thought that they should have a Sunday night game. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out, bottom of the 4th, and a runner on over at first. The pitch on the way. There's a slider. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. We got football on 2. The Giants have the football. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jake Myers. And the next pitch is taken down and away for ball 2. So Buckner had a 57-yard kick. And a 23-yard return by Singletary. Two balls, 1 strike to Jake Myers. Gilbert gets set at the letters. He kicks. He deals. There's a fly ball. This one's hit out over towards deep right center field. That's going back, and that is going to be caught by Victor Robles. Almost collided with Julio Rodriguez. And there is out number 2. That could have been bad. That could have been really, really bad. Russell Wilson and the Giants, so far, 3 plays for them, 15 yards in just a matter of a minute and 16 seconds. We just saw a ridiculous throw from Alex Bregman over to Nathaniel Lowe. He was over on the outfield grass. And the Rays thought that maybe they got the throw beat there. And I think that that's really close. This is Zach Cole up at the plate for the Houston Astros. The count is 2-0 to him. Batting .292 with 3 homers and 8 RBI. I don't know, the Rays might have a case there. The 2-0 delivery. There's a fly ball hit out over towards left center field. That's not deep at all whatsoever. Rodriguez will make the catch, and the inning is over. So the Mariners and Astros are going to go to the 5th inning, 7-1 Seattle. All right. In this Giants game so far, as we put it on really quickly, Giants have the football. It's a 2nd and 9 at the Kansas City 46-yard line. And Tracy just ran for about a yard. And it'll be a 2nd and 9. In the baseball game, meaning the Rays and the Red Sox, the call, I believe, is overturned and he's safe. That's pretty close. Scapo, oh my gosh, just ran for 11 yards. He just span right out of a tackle and was able to get a first down, a 1st and 10 at the Kansas City 35 for the Giants. Wow. The ball is 1 strike to Nathaniel Lowe, and the next pitch is taken down and away for a ball. That's impressive. Giants and Chiefs. 1st and 10. Wilson in the gun, gets the snap. He hands it off to his running back, and down goes Scapo immediately. Scatebo immediately. George Karlaftis able to make the tackle. 2nd and 11. 2-1 to Lau in the air. Hit out over towards left field. That's going to be caught for out number 1. And so there is 1 out there. Here's Andrew Thomas. Bolson goes triple receivers towards the right. He'll get the snap. He looks up the middle. That's thrown over to Scatebo again. Let me know if I'm saying that correctly. Scatabu. Scatabu. Right? Scatabu? Thanks. Let's go. I just want to see if they could score here. That's all. I just want to see if they can score. I want to kind of try this out a little bit tonight, too. With baseball, it's so easy to get reps. With football, because there's just not a lot of games, it's so much harder. It really, really is. I didn't even have a lot of opportunities to call football when I was in college, especially on the radio. It's just such a different beast. 4th down for the Giants, 4th and 3. And the ball is at the 28-yard line. Wilson in the gun. He has dual receivers towards the right. He'll get the snap. He's looking, throws it. It's battered around and incomplete. And the Chiefs will take over on downs at their own 28-yard line. So Russell Wilson took a gamble. It did not work. And the Chiefs will get the ball back with 9:06 to go in the opening quarter. Oh, man. Okay. Nice. All right, so with that, it's no balls, 2 strikes to, yeah, I forgot to change the score, sorry. That's the other thing I gotta get used to. The last one, you got it right. Nice. Here's Naylor. He sends a fly ball out to left field. That's going to be caught for out number 2. This is the only game that's not in a break. You thought I sneezed? We're going to sleep well tonight, chat. We really are. Here's Jorge Polanco batting on the left side. Lou and Lugo. Love that. One ball, no strikes to Jorge Polanco. 2 away, top of the 5th. And the pitch is down and in for a ball. But yeah, calling football. You definitely, I mean, there's not a lot, you know. I mean, like, there's college football, sure, and you can get reps that way too. There's different types of football that are out there. There's high school football, but just to be able to get reps calling one game per team, it's not like baseball. Lou times 2. I like that. I like that a lot. 2 balls, 1 strike to Polanco. And the next pitch, there's a fly ball hit out over towards left center field, but that's going to be caught for out number 3. JJ, I had to get up at 3:30 this morning for work. I'm dozing in and out. So am I, man. I'm not dozing, but I mean, it's definitely, I'm looking forward to the day off tomorrow. I am. But you had to work at 3:30? Oof. It's a lot. I don't think I went to bed till about like 2:30, 2:45. Just getting stuff done. I had to get all these thumbnails done today. Stayed up late last night. The Phillies game didn't end till like what, 11:40? 12, or sorry, we did the Dodgers game too, so yeah, 12:30, 12:45, something along those lines. So, that was a lot. But again, I can't complain because it's not even work. It's really not even work. I can't even complain. You know? Chiefs have the football, play action pass, and it's caught by Pacheco for about a 3-yard gain. 2 balls, 2 strikes in this game here to Romy Gonzalez. And the next pitch is taken for ball 3. So that will make the count now 3-2. You know, I wonder if there's a way. Let me try this. JJ, you should bring back the squats for runs scored during Phillies playoff games. I wanted to do it for charity. I thought that'd be cool. I was thinking about it, though. I was thinking about it. All right, so we'll do this. All right. Pitch over to Lau. That is taken for a called strike. So the Chiefs game is back on. Oh, that makes it better. I like this a lot better. What's it now? 2nd and 7? I do. I like that a lot better. That's cool. That's so cool. Oh, I love that. West Coast MLB games suck for those of us that have to be up early. Yeah, I know. I hear you. For sure. Mahomes in the gun, he gets the snap. He throws it downfield. That's caught right at about the 40 and inside the 37. That was Noah Gray that caught it, but a penalty is called on Justin Simmons for an offensive holding. That's a 10-yard penalty. That's a big call. Wow. So it's 2nd and 17 at the Kansas City 35-yard line. It's a big call there. 1-2 on the way. There's a line drive, base hit out over to left field, and that is going all the way towards the corner in the Tampa Bay Red Sox game. The throw to the plate, though, got him! He's out! The relay was in time, and Boston can't get a run on the board. Wow. That was cut off by Williams, and the relay was a dot. That was a beautiful throw by Williams just to get... Is that Jaron Duran? Did they just get Jaron Duran out? Or was that Rafaela? I think it was Rafaela. Huh. Wild. Astros, by the way, are in the bottom of the 5th inning. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jose Altuve. So they call it a double. Rafaela is up now. So that was Romy Gonzalez that was out at the plate. That was Romy Gonzalez. Rafaela in the box. In the 1-1, there's a line drive down the right field line. That is a fair ball, too. And this time, they will not get the runner out over at home. The throw to second, that's not in time. It's an RBI double by Ceddanne Rafaela. And that makes it a 3-1 ball game out in Tampa Bay. So Jose Altuve just got hit by a pitch. Also in the Chiefs game, really quickly, there's a 1st and 10 at the Giants' 36-yard line. The Chiefs so far 8 plays and 36 yards on the drive that's lasted 4 minutes and 21 seconds. Mahomes 4 for 5 in the passing game with 36 yards. Let's go back to this Boston game really quickly. After the snap is made, there's another 1st down for Kansas City. Kareem Hunt just ran for 3 yards. Got himself a 1st down at the Giants' 36. So Rafaela is over at second for Boston. And the pitch, that's in there for a strike. The ball is 1 strike to Ceddanne Rafaela. Mahomes in the gun. Let's see if they score here. Receiver in motion. He'll get the snap. He backs up over towards the logo. Pump fakes again. Fires it, and it's incomplete. Supposed to go to Travis Kelce. He was wide open, and Mahomes' throw was off target. He had time to throw it, too. Definitely. Two outs in the bottom of the 5th out in Houston. And up to bat is Isaac Paredes. They'll make a throw over to first. Holmes in the gun, gets the snap, looks downfield, fires it, and it's incomplete again. Kelce, the intended receiver, going down the left seam and nowhere near him. He was also covered very well. 2 away, bottom of the 5th. And the pitch to Paredes, and there's a called strike. No ball is 1 strike to him. The Red Sox have the tying run up at the plate. The count is 0-1 to Wong. And the pitch is a foul ball. That's Joe Boyle. That's pitching. Giants are going to take their first time out. I just want to see them score on this first drive here. That's it. Wong in the box. And the 0-2 pitch. And that is outside for ball one. Connor Wong behind in the count. Still 1-2. 0-2 to Paredes. The 1-2 to Wong, swing and a miss, and the inning is over. So the Rays are going to go to the bottom of the next inning, the bottom of the fourth, that is. Here's the pitch to Paredes. That's outside for a ball. And the throw to second base to get Altuve on the swipe. Not in time. Mahomes in the gun. He'll get the snap. He looks downfield, fires it, and it's again incomplete. No catch made there by Marquise Hollywood Brown. Phillips was on the coverage, and it's now 4th down at the Giants' 36-yard line. Again, the Giants secondary doing a very good job covering all the receivers. This will be a long field goal for Harrison Butker, 54 yards. Let's see if he can do it. Ball spotted, kick is up by Butker, and did he get it? He did! It hit the left crossbar, and it went on through. 3-0 Kansas City. So they end up scoring. Butker with the legs, able to just get enough on the accuracy, it doinked, but still managed to go on through. How about that? Nice play by Butker. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Isaac Paredes. Again, they're in the bottom of the 5th. Mariners had a grand slam from J.P. Crawford. And a 2-run shot by Raleigh. And the next pitch is flied foul and out of play. Huge swing. It is a big swing. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gilbert on the mound against Paredes. And the 2-2 pitch. Another foul ball. And the at-bat will continue. 74 pitches for Logan Gilbert. Red Sox and Rays are also back on. That game is in the bottom of the 4th. Early pitching against Fortes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, though, to Paredes. Gilbert kicks, deals. That ball is popped up. It's hit out over towards the left side and foul ground. And the catch will be made by Eugenio Suarez for out number 3. And that means we're going to go to the 6th inning out in Houston. 7-1 Seattle. They'll be back in just a little bit. Connolly Early is still pitching for the Boston Red Sox. Fortes is in the box. He grounded into a fielder's choice his last time up. So it's 2 balls, 1 strike. Early kicks and deals. And there's a line drive foul ball. Still can't believe that he made that 58-yard field goal? There's a line drive, diving stop by the shortstop, Trevor Story, and the throw over to first is in time for out number 1 in the bottom of the 4th. I thought I sneezed. Bucker just kicked one from six for about 62 yards. Singletary returned it for about 33 yards, and he'll be marked down at about the Giants' 36-yard line. The 1-0 to Gray. That's outside for ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes in the bottom of the 4th. Tristan Gray struck out in his first at-bat. Giants have Russell Wilson back out there. On the offensive side, he'll get the snap. He's looking, he finds a receiver, and he will slant his way on forward. That's Darius Slayton. He'll mark him just down before the sticks. It was Jalen Watson who was able to stop him. Oops. Wrong game, I guess. There it is. Eugenio Suarez is up. And the next pitch is taken for a strike. A handoff here to Tracy, and he will just run for about 4 yards. Tracy today, 27 rushing yards on a total of 6 carries. He's averaged about 4.5 rushing yards per carry. Gray sends a fly ball out over towards center field in the Rays game, and that's going to be caught for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down in the bottom of the 4th out in Tampa Bay. Again, the Red Sox, they're trying to win, so that way they can sort of keep their distance from Cleveland and from Houston, but also try to catch up to the Yankees. Here's the next pitch on the way, and that's taken for a called strike. The ball is 1 strike to Pereira. Next pitch, and that's taken for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Pereira. The 1-1 pitch. Ball is popped up, hit right behind home plate, and that'll go to the seats. 1-2 is the count. Canzone is at the plate for the Seattle Mariners. He just took strike 1. The ball is 1 strike to him. This is Everson Pereira up for the Tampa Bay Rays. The next pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and the inning is over. Okay. Let's go back to this Mariners game. The 1-1 pitch on the way. That ball is fouled, and it will go on out of play. Canzone in the box. Blue ball. Gets set. He kicks. He deals. And the next pitch is down and away for ball 2. Ay, ay. Tomorrow's going to be a long day. 2-2 pitch. There's a ground ball hit over to first base. And taking it to the bag for out number 2 is Christian Walker. I'm going to take a very, very quick step off, guys. I'll be right back in just a few seconds. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jesus Sanchez. All right, so the Astros are down 7-1. The Red Sox, they trail 3-1. They're in the top of the 5th. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike to Trevor Story. And the next pitch is swung on and missed to Trevor. The runner, though, does go on over to second base. That is Jaron Duran, but they call it a foul ball. Next pitch to Sanchez, and that is downstairs and outside for ball 2. They just called that thing a foul ball. All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes. In the at-bat over to Jesus Sanchez. Gilbert kicks, fires. There's a line drive hit out to left field. That's going to be caught, though. A sinking line drive hit right over to Randy Arozarena. He catches it for out number 1. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Trevor Story. The toss back over to first. That's not in time. Again, nobody out in the top of the 5th. Gilbert gets the signs in the Mariners game. He winds up and fires. And there's a called strike. Here's the windup in the pitch to Trevor Story. Struck him out on a called strike 3 on the inside corner at the knees. And there is out number 2. So 2 gone in the top of the 5th out in Boston. What's up? What's up, Chad? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. Here's the 0-1 to Walker, swing and a miss. And so the count is now 0-2 to Christian Walker. Walker singled and is 1 for 2. Gilbert gets set and fires. And the next pitch is going to bounce in the dirt for ball 2. Here's the next pitch. That's taken for another ball. So it makes it now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 6th, the 1-2 pitch on the way from Gilbert. Swing and a miss. And there's another strikeout, his 4th one of the ball game. Nice. Mahomes being chased around, and he throws the ball away. Was waiting to see if they were going to call intentional ground in there. They did not. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. And the next pitch, that's a tapper. That's fouled off over towards the right side. It is no balls, 1 strike. Gilbert, no hits, and 2 strikeouts on the splitter of his from tonight. The 0-1 pitch, here it comes. Swing and a foul ball. Just got a piece of it. Alex Bregman is up for the Boston Red Sox. He'll be facing Cole Sulser. Count is 0-1 to Bregman. And the next pitch is going to bounce in the dirt for a ball. Here's the 0-2 to Diaz. That bounces in the dirt for ball 1. And so the count is 1-2. Mariners have won 13 of their last 14 games. Ouch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gilbert kicks, fires. There's a foul ball. Is Cam Who having a good game? One ball, 2 strikes. I don't know if chat's working or not. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Whoops. There it is. There, it's working. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Alex Bregman. Top of the 5th, 2 away. Sulser on the mound. Kicks. Delivers. And the pitch is down low and away for ball 4. So there's a 2-out walk issued by Sulser. I think we're going to go to the end of this Mariners Astros game. And then we're just going to call it a night. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Diaz at the plate. Gilbert gets set. He kicks. He fires. And the next pitch is fouled away. Carlos Vargas is getting warmed up in the Seattle bullpen. One-two pitch. Ground ball poked over to shortstop. Picked up by Crawford. The throw over the first. That's in time. And we're going to go to the 7th inning. J.P. Crawford will lead things off for Seattle when we do return from the break. J.P. Crawford is up. It's 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. And there's a foul ball. By the way, the Red Sox do have runners on over at first and second. With 2 away in the top of the 5th, Solser is pitching. 1 ball, 1 strike is the count. Crawford up at the plate. And the 2-1 pitch is up high for ball 2. Chiefs have a 3rd and 12 at the Giants' 35-yard line. Wow. Crawford at the plate. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Mahomes in the shotgun, gets the snap, drops back. And now he's going to run with the football. Takes it to the 40, to the 30, inside the 25, and marked down at the 20. But there were flags coming in, flying everywhere, and that's going to send Mahomes back. They're going to call legal formation, and it'll be a 3rd and 17 coming up. It's a 5-yard penalty. Crawford just struck out for Seattle, and there is 1 out in the top of the 7th. Is that Jawan Taylor that got called for the illegal formation? Craig Kimbrell is pitching for Houston. Rosarina takes a pitch on the outside corner for a strike. By the way, in this Rays game, it is a 3-1 ball game in the top of the 5th with bases loaded and 2 outs. The ball is 1 strike to Randy Rosarina, and the 0-1 is swung on and missed. By the way, Mahomes did snap the football, threw it for about 10 yards to Noah Gray, and Bucker is going to come on in for another long field goal. This will be from 48 yards. 0-2, and that's going to go above the head of Randy Rosarina. A 48-yard attempt for Harrison Bucker. Ball is spotted. The kick is up, and it is definitely 1,000% good. It's now 6-0 Kansas City. Mariners only have 1 playoff appearance in their last 23 years. Well, the 2-1 to Randy. That's in there for strike 2. Here's Nathaniel Lowe for Boston, trying to get them back into this game, and the next pitch is outside for a ball. Solser got the next man to strike out for Boston, and they're going to go to the bottom of the 5th. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Randy Rosarina. Kimbrell gets set above the letters, and the payoff delivery. Strike 3 called at the knees. And there is out number 2. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, folks. And turn on the bell icons, too. And that way you will know when we do go live. Still got 22 people watching. Thank you all so much. So now Cal Raleigh is up. Raleigh had a 2-run homer earlier in the ball game. 2 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the pitch to Cal, and that's up high for a ball. To make it a 1-1 count. Kimbrell gets set above the letters He kicks, deals, swing and a miss at 93 miles per hour on the gun. So Raleigh has the most homers by a catcher in a season in MLB history. It's also the most by a switch hitter in MLB history and the most in Mariners history. 1-2 pitch. That is outside for ball 2. Raleigh trying to put up a good fight here. Who do you guys think is going to win the AL West? Who do you guys think is going to win the AL West? Mariners or Astros? 2-2 pitch. That is down and in for ball 3. Now, who do you think... who would you like to win the AL West? Three balls, 2 strikes to Cal Raleigh against Craig Kimbrell. 3-2. That's a foul ball. And it will go out of play once again. So the count is full to Cal Raleigh. The payoff pitch. And another foul ball by Cal. Here's Carson Williams up for the Tampa Bay Rays. He just looked at strike 1. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Cal Raleigh. 10 multi-homer games this season. The most in MLB history is 11. It's really impressive. 3-2 to Cal Raleigh. That ball is popped up and fouled again. Just continuing to work up that pitch count. Kimbrell gets set at the letters, kicks, deals, swing and a miss. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 7th inning. 7-1 Seattle. We'll be right back in just a few moments. Here's Jacob Myers, and on the first pitch, he grounds one over to third base, and it's picked up, and the throw over to first is in time. Here's Caleb Ferguson pitching for Seattle. 3.67 ERA, 61 and a third of an inning under his belt. Not a lot of strikeouts for him on the season. Below average when it comes to his strikeout percentage. The pitch, that's low and away for ball one. And so it's 1 ball, no strikes. Next pitch, here it comes, swinging and a miss. By the way, the Rays and the Red Sox are going to the top of the 6th. Boston's down 3-1. Next pitch, ground ball, base hit up the middle. And so a 1-out single hit by Cole. And he will be over at first base. There we go. I just can't understand what went wrong today with the Phillies, says Alex. I pray and I hope that our bats are not dead cold like last year. Because if we want to win now, now's not the time to get into a slump. And see, Alex, I'm happy that you bring this up. Because here were the critiques. Okay? The offense looks stale. The offense does not look good. I've been hearing that for a while. And then as soon as they started winning, people were concerned and they said, well, I'm afraid that they're not going to do that in the playoffs. Like, just prove it to us in the playoffs. And for those people that were saying that, it was like, all right, like they're playing well. That's like what it means. They're playing well. But now if they're saying stuff like that, that means to me that they've accepted that they're playing well. But then it's like when they're not playing well, when they're not hitting the ball well, it's like these conversations come up again where it's like, I'm afraid that this is going to happen. And I understand that. I do. I legitimately understand that, right? But like, I just got a little bit annoyed because I don't know. Like, to me, like, when they were playing well, they were playing really, really well. I could understand the frustration of them coming up short over the last couple of years, but it's like a lose-lose situation. Any way you look at it, if their offense is clicking, you're not going to be happy about it because then you're going to want them to prove that to you in the playoffs, right? And there's nothing that you can do about that. And then it's like if they're not doing it, they're not playing at a high level, if they're not scoring runs, then you're mad about that too. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying that with the way that our fans are. And it's just weird. But it's understandable, is what I'm trying to say. And I'm with you, but I just think about it to myself and I'm like, there's really nothing that they can do right now. Like, if they're doing everything right and they're putting up runs, it's like, all right, show that to us in the playoffs. Make that stuff happen in the big-time moments. But then, like, when they're not doing it, then we get even more mad. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jose Altuve. Ferguson kicks and fires. And the pitch, check swing, he did not go. And that's also going to put runners on at second and third here in the bottom of the 7th. But didn't it happen last year? We got hot for a bit and then dropped off. Yeah, that was after the London series where the Phillies got neutralized. For sure. But I hope that you understand like what I'm saying. It's like that this team just can't do anything right. Like, they can't please everybody. 2-2 pitch. And that's up high for a ball. And they've put themselves in this spot. They really have. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Jose Altuve. Runners on at second and third. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the next pitch, there's a line drive, base it out to right field. And so 1 run will easily score. And it's now a 7-2 ball game on an opposite field RBI single to make it 7-2. Ceddanne Rafaela just hit a shot out to left field, and Morel slams into the wall, and he makes the catch. Out in Tampa Bay. That was a nice catch there. Honestly, I hope if it's happening, it happens earlier and not later. Says Dog. I'm with you. I'm just saying that it's hard because it's just a little frustrating because this team just can't do anything right. Like, I hope that they can put up runs. But then it's like, well, will they do it in the playoffs? I don't know. Well, your Abreu is up, and he swings and misses at the pitch that was low. I think I'm starting to get a little cold. I totally agree. I believe in our Phillies. I'm not trying to sound like a hypocrite. And no, I'm not saying that you aren't. I genuinely get curious as to maybe what happened with the game. I try not to be negative. And no, like I'm not criticizing you. It's just funny to me because it's like you're right. You are right. But I find the whole thing fascinating because what can they really do? They've disappointed us. They've come up short in the playoffs. That's on them. They made us feel this way. They made us feel this way. Just because you couldn't get it done against Arizona and because you came up really short last year against the New York Mets, you put yourselves in this hole. So how can I trust you? How can we trust you? When they were playing great baseball, I gave them all their flowers. I did. And I didn't want to go down the road and be negative, but that was in the back of my mind. And I felt like for the people that said, well, just do it in the playoffs, well, that was a positive from them because that meant that they were playing well. But it's frustrating. It's frustrating because they put us in this position to think about it this way. You can't win every game. So, Scott, it's frustrating when the bats go cold and gets more so when Rob makes silly decisions. Yep. I agree. I do. What else can you say? The pitch. There's a ground ball hit over to shortstop. The throw over the second, there's one. The throw over to first, there's two. And the inning is over. And so the Mariners will go to the top of the 8th inning, leading at 7-2 against the Houston Astros. Another step off really quickly. We'll be right back. All right, we're going to the top of the 8th inning. Mariners do lead at 7-2. What's up, Scott? We're hanging in there, man. We're definitely hanging on in there. I think we're starting to come up with a cold. But once this game is over, then we're gonna call it a night. We just are. It's kind of like a person keeps saying that they will do the task, but they never do it. Just keep lying and lying. If I pray not, we fall short. Something needs to happen with the team and or the organization. And you're right. You're right. It's like you're keeping an extra eye on them. You're babysitting them. Because when they're doing okay, you think to themselves, you think to yourself, okay, like the accident's gonna happen. But then it's like when you don't look, there's the accident. And you're just expecting the worst. Because how can you trust them? How can you trust them? You can't. 1-2. That's up high and away for ball 2. I see like where you're coming from. 269 average for Julio Rodriguez. Hernandez with the 2-2 pitch. That's a foul ball. Brandon Lau just homered for Tampa Bay and made it a 4-1 ball game. I really miss having Wheeler in the starting rotation, but so far it hasn't affected us too much. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. What the heck just happened there? It's impacted them. It's impacted them for sure. When you lose an ace, that impacts you. The drop-off isn't as huge. It could be a lot worse. I'm with you there. But when you're missing a top 3 pitcher in baseball, you're always going to be missing that top 3 pitcher. That gives you depth. So I disagree on that. No balls, 1 strike to Josh Naylor. Hernandez comes set and delivers, and the pitch is taken low for a ball. But the drop-off to me is not as egregious. The thing is, though, is that now you have Aaron Nola, who just has not been so sharp. The 1-1 pitch. That ball is fouled back towards the screen. And the count is now 1-2. Do the base running concerns, or do you have any base running concerns? I kind of do. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Josh Naylor. And there's 1 out. This is where guys like Bryce and JT have a closed-door meeting with the team and tell them, we're not doing this crap again. I put Kyle Schwarber in the mix, too. Because I would say that Kyle Schwarber is a leader as well. 1-2. That's taken down and in for ball 2. But more so, Bryce. But he's just not. I just don't think Bryce is the vocal leader. The pitch to Naylor. There's a fly ball hit out over towards right center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. And Josh Naylor gets on with a double. That pitch was up above the zone. This is our best chance to win the World Series. If we don't do it this year, I think it'll be a long wait. That needs to be reinstated to the players. They are getting old. Absolutely. I can't disagree with you on that either. This is the best chance that they have. Same thing with the San Diego Padres. But more so with the Phillies because they're getting older. And the division next year, I think, will be tougher with the Braves. Polanco just fouled a pitch off of his shin guard. Ouch. That's gotta hurt. Dude, the Giants can't do anything on offense. Like, what's going on? They got a 1st and 10, though, at the Kansas City 13. Okay, wow, so they are threatening the score. They're going to run it up the middle, and just like that, touchdown for the Giants. Nice. So the Giants do tie it up 6-6 with 1 minute and 43 seconds to go. Scatabu. That was nice. And I stand on what I said at the beginning. If they don't win it all, it's time for the rebuild. If they don't win it all this year, then yeah. Do you let Kyle Schwarber walk? Do you let Ranger, Kyle, and JT walk? Just asking. The ball is 1 strike to Polanco. By the way, the Red Sox are going to have runners on over at 1st and 3rd with nobody out in the top of the 7th. Gillen's extra point was blocked, and so it's only a 6-6 ball game. With 1 minute 44 left to go in the opening half. Wow. No balls, 2 strikes. Toss back over to second, and that's caught by Dubon. Next pitch. There's a foul ball. Red Sox just got an RBI single. It's a 4-2 ball game out in Tampa Bay. The Bay Stars, my favorite team, won the Japan series. My favorite, and Maki the Cap, has a closed-door meeting without the coach knowing and said, we are fighting with everything, and they won. Note this, Phillies. Take notes. I was talking about this before, but I cannot wait for the Women's Professional League next year. 0-2 pitch, foul ball. Scots just keep all 3, Rangers, Schwarber, and JT. Would love to, but they're going to want a lot of money. It all depends on what they ask for. I think JT will stay because he knows his time is limited. But Kyle and Ranger may want way too much. And if they want too much money, I don't want them back. I don't want to be financially stuck. 0-2 on the way. Swinging a fly ball. Hit out over towards right center field. That's going to be caught for out number 2. And so there's 2 away in the top of the 8th inning. And what about Bader? What about Harrison Bader? I would keep Bader, if I'm being honest. I would find a way to keep Harrison Bader. You need athletic dudes. You just do. I want to see Crawford next year. The pitch to Suarez. That ball's popped up. Hit that over towards shallow right field. And that's going to be caught for out number 3. So, Astros will go to the bottom of the 8th. It's a 7-2 ball game. See if Boston can tie it here. Kansas City has a 2nd and 10 at their own 22-yard line. Should we go to this Kansas City game? Let's do it. All right, Mahomes will line them up. Kelsey in motion, going from left to right. He'll get the snap. He drops back. He's looking towards his left side, and that is a lateral pass. It's a backwards pass, I believe. And so it'll be a 3rd and 25, a fumble and a recovery right at the Kansas City 7-yard line, a loss of 15 yards. And so the second timeout is going to be taken by the Giants. I don't know what ended up happening. Was that a forward pass? I think that was a backwards pass. Yep. That was originally picked up by the Giants at first, and then, to the credit of Mahomes, he knocked it down and punched the ball out. Wow. That's pretty insane. Okike thought that he had it, and then Mahomes came right back over, punched the ball out, and almost turned it over. It'll be 3rd and 25 for Kansas City inside their own 10. Say that he was down at the 7. Next year, starting outfield, Marsh, Bader, and Crawford. I think that's fine. I do. Mahomes in the shotgun formation. He'll get the snap and a handoff to Pacheco. And so, it'll be 4th down. 4th and 19 to be exact. Here comes Isaac Paredes up at the plate. And Paredes will take strike 1. One ball, one strike. Red Sox, by the way, are down by a run. It's now a 4-3 ball game, thanks to an RBI single by Alex Bregman. Nathaniel Lowe is up, and the next pitch, swing and a miss. That was Romy Gonzalez, with an RBI. Paredes sends one out to deep left field, and that ball is gone. Wow. Isaac Paredes with a home run. And it's now 7-3. Astros down by 4 in the bottom of the 8th. Last time that we played that was a while ago. So now Jesus Sanchez is up and he takes ball 1 here. 1 ball, no strikes to Jesus Sanchez. Astros not going down without a fight. Sanchez in the box. Next pitch, swing and a miss. I'm not sold on Painter yet. I don't understand. He was doing so well, and then the Phillies just didn't bring him up, and he was doing okay, and now all of a sudden he's just not doing well. Like, what the heck? What's going on? The 1-1 pitch. That's a foul ball. Like, why is he not ready? Why did he start to have these struggles, like these really bad outings? Next pitch to Sanchez, and now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Red Sox did just strike out. There's now 2 away there. 2-2 to Sanchez, and that's low for ball 3. The Giants have the football at the Kansas City 41. They have used all of their timeouts. 3-2 on the way to Sanchez. Strike 3 called. Right on the upper tier of the zone. Russell Wilson. Shotgun formation. Gets the snap. Looks towards his left. Fires towards the left seam. And that's incomplete. But a flag is going to be thrown. Back in the secondary. Here comes Christian Walker and the pitch. That's in there for a strike. Yeah, what happened with Painter, right? He shot up so fast and boom, struggling. Didn't Mick Gable start having issues too? Both of them, and then Griff McGarry. Don't forget about Griff McGarry either. Griff McGarry was, at this talk. He was the talk of the Phillies organization. He was up there. He was sort of like that under the radar guy, and just has not been that dude. And what's funny is that Orion Kerkering shot up like out of nowhere like 3 years ago, and he's been in the big league since. I don't know. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 8th inning, 1 out. When was the last time the Phillies actually had a very good prospect that actually, super exceeded expectations? Would you say it was like Ryan Howard? Next pitch, ground ball hit over to third. Walker picks it up, or Suarez picks it up, throws it on over to first. That is in time. Next pitch, there's a ground ball. It's hit over to shortstop. Crawford will pick it up. He bobbles it for a sec to throw over to first. That's not in time. And so the Astros will get themselves a base runner. Ceddanne Rafaela up for Boston. 2 balls, 2 strikes to him. And the next pitch, that ball's popped up over towards the infield. And it will be skied towards the first base side, and that's going to be caught by Josh Lowe for out number 3. So the Rays will go to the bottom of the 7th. They still lead it 4-3. Isn't that one of the downs that were said when he was taken, that he has issues with control at times? Lugo says, I think Painter will be a bust too. Doug, inexperience and confidence are the keys Painter needs to work on. He's had plenty after last season's Arizona Fall League, but seems to have struggled since. It's crazy. It's absolutely wild. All right, 1st and 10 at the Kansas City 20-yard line. And the pass is going to be incomplete. Russell Wilson was looking deep for Malik Neighbors. Mahomes' pass was incomplete. Russ actually got picked by Jalen Watson. Wow. I will. Definitely a rest will most certainly help. I figured that it was probably going to happen just from all the streaming that we've done this week. We're opening up our sinuses more just from talking. I figured that was going to happen. Here's the 1-1 to Myers. That ball is flat out over the center. That's going to be caught by Rodriguez for out number 3. So Russ got picked. Jalen Watson caught the interception. That's about it. It seems like some of our pitchers have mental issues. I wonder if we have a team therapist. We do. But see, like, those are the things that don't get really talked about a lot, right? Like, who is the team therapist? Who is the Phillies sports psychologist? CC Kraft is the director of mental performance. Hannah Huseman is a mental performance coordinator. Manuel Antuna, Francis Cardenas, and Jeff Miller are also mental performance coaches. Huh. There's CC Kraft. CC Clark Kraft. Kraft sees a department that teaches a Phillies way of mental performance as players move through the system. She's been with them since 2021. Huh. Phillies believe that there are more stressors on players today more than ever. Where else can somebody have a bad day at work, pick up their phone afterwards and read messages from hundreds or thousands of strangers who feel compelled to tell them how awful they are? Which is one reason why they expanded their mental performance department this off season. And that was back in 2021. Huh. It's interesting. It's very interesting. I appreciate you, man. I really do. We're battling, you know? We're grinding it out. We're going to wait till the end of this game. And then we're going to call it a night. We'll watch the second half of Chiefs-Giants as we're in bed. The pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over towards shallow right field. Altuve is there. And he will make the catch for out number 1. The Chiefs did just take their final timeouts. Doug, I agree. I think it's all mental for him. Same thing with Zeus. At times, I feel like that is a weakness in his game too. Seems like players now are not mentally tough and need to toughen up. The worst part is that we pay them so much and they perform like this. I do feel like that athletes nowadays do have more that they have to deal with, like when it comes to people's criticism. But you still have to find a way to block out the noise. And I know that it's easier said than done. But like for me, for example, and I'm not trying to compare myself to an athlete, but I've learned that I have to that I have to shut down like some people's comments. You know, there are some people that are out there that are like really rude. Some people give me good fair criticism, but I'm at the point now like where I got to be able to filter those things, and I can let those comments eat me, or I can let them motivate me. But I'm not like trying to compare my situation with theirs, but I'm just saying that sometimes it's while it's hard to differentiate those things, you got to find a way to battle through. You just do. There's so many great stories in baseball and even in sports. We love hearing about the great stories about how the people use certain things as motivation. Jalen Hurts is like one of my favorite examples, to be honest with you. Look at everything that he had to deal with in order for him to win a Super Bowl. People said that he couldn't be the star cornerback on a winning Super Bowl team. You know? He couldn't win a national title. And he went out there and he proved everybody wrong. He actually proved everybody wrong today, too. There were a lot of national people that were doubting Jalen Hurts again and his accuracy and his clutch gene. He shut them all up. Think about all the adversity he's had to deal with. Think about Brandon Graham, guys. Brandon Graham was depressed. I mean, like, go back and listen to his press conference. Really. Look at the adversity that he had to go through. Wasn't he like Mekhi Becton? Another example. Mekhi Becton, I think, was going to retire like, Nick Foles. We can name so many Eagles players. Like, these guys had to go through so much in order for them to get on the top of the world. And to me, I have a lot of respect for those guys because they could have crumbled. They could have folded. They could have not came through. And they could have just given up. But they had that extra gear. And when you're hungry for something, when you want to win, when you want to go out there and when you want to dominate and understand like what your role is, like you have to make sacrifices. You do. You have to sacrifice something for the team. They need to bring Lefty in to talk to these guys. Let them know to not deal with all the press and just lay low. I gotta go, folks. Enjoy the rest of your night. Yep. See you soon, man. But yeah, just think about like all the people that have hit rock, not even just rock bottom, but that have turned their careers around. Just think about all of them. They had to change something. And they did. Someone gave me a brand new Nick Foles jersey. I'm sure that you love wearing it. I'm sure. Exactly. The Eagles players, I think, are true GOATs, not Brady. They are true examples. Yep. The pitch. There's a ground ball hit over to first base, and the throw over to Brazier is in time. And Cole almost ran on into the umpire. He is hurt. Man. He got tripped up there. Kevin says, I never wore it yet. Dude, they almost like ran into each other. It was like the first base umpire was like ready to like go tackle him. Insane. So 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. Next pitch. That's down for a ball. That's 1 ball, no strikes. To Victor Caratini. Honestly, every team has players in almost every sport where people go through so much to make it. Well, Doug, we can go even deeper than that. We can go even deeper than that. Just to make it to the majors. Just to make it into the majors is an incredible milestone. There's a lot of people that have dreamed to go to the majors, and that's why, like, you think about a story like Wes Wilson, guys. You think about a guy who, I don't know, you think about, like, Mark Appel, a guy that was supposed to be, like, the number 1 pick and was supposed to be, like, a big-time game-changing player that couldn't even make it into the majors for a long time. And then what? He makes his debut with, I believe it was the Yankees. And I think he played for the Phillies too at one point. And just to see him get there, it's huge. It's huge. There's an example right there. Another example, one of my favorite examples too, of a guy that, you know, it took him a while just to make it to there was one guy, oh, who was it? It was the other day. The other day there was somebody that I saw that played in the majors for like the first couple of years, and then they played overseas, and they were out of baseball for 5 years. And they've been in the majors since like 2017. Like, that is awesome. That's so awesome, guys. 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. It's a long journey. And some people don't even make it. A lot of people don't make it. Someone I know that has a place in New York and a place down here won the jersey and gave it to me. She's a Chiefs fan. She's a Chiefs fan. Huh. I think it's also wrong to have chosen Brady to be the GOAT. The criteria just being how many Super Bowls you won is pathetic. It should be a character and perseverance and never give up attitude. So then here's my question to you. Do you think that the quote-unquote GOAT should be a quarterback? Three-two on the way to Altuve, and there's strike 3 called. And so the Mariners do get the W, and they win by a final score of 7-3. I don't know. I really don't know. I do think that the quarterback makes the most impact on a game. I only say that Tom Brady is in the conversation because when he had to come up big, a lot of the times he did. But I also feel like he had greatness around him too. I don't believe in the whole GOAT thing in any sport, says Doug. See, to me, it's a team sport, right? I think that you can have greatest skilled players of all time, but I don't feel, to me, and then this is just my opinion, guys. This is how I feel. I feel like that when you take a look at, like, let's let's take a look at like Nick Foles, for example. Because we think about that season, okay? Didn't they get Jay Ajayi that year? Didn't Justin Jefferson make some awesome catches? Didn't Darby have like a couple of nice plays? Like, none of this stuff happens if it weren't for certain players who stepped up. You know what I mean? Like, Rob Gronkowski, pretty great player that Tom Brady had. Joe Tooney, good protection for Tom Brady. Julian Edelman, a nice security blanket. And then let's think about like that defense. Let's think about Donta Hightower. Let's think about like all the guys that they had. Patrick Chung. I mean, it can go on and on, guys. Too many variables to call someone the GOAT. I agree with the best of their era, but not the GOAT. Yeah. To me, it's like a team sport. Like, everybody wants to call Michael Jordan the GOAT. But then I think to myself, well, doesn't Scottie Pippen make some clutch baskets? Doesn't, like, Steve Kerr make some nice plays during some playoff moments? Doesn't Dennis Rodman get some really good rebounds? Like, yeah, Jordan can be himself. And not saying that those guys definitely needed Jordan, but I feel like that Jordan needed them too. You know? He also, I mean, let's talk about Phil too. Phil's the one that made the triangle and, I don't know, brought them together. It takes so much to win a championship, guys. It's so much to get out there on the top. You know? So. All right. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm starting to not feel good. But I love you all very, very much. A little bit more laid back tonight, which is fine. We definitely streamed our butts off this week. I'm really proud about that. So we're off tomorrow. We'll be back on Tuesday. We got the Phillies, and then we got Diamond Zone. Trust me, we'll be back to normal. We will. I think I'm just starting to get a little bit sick. Agreed, it is a team sport, and all it takes is for everyone to win games and then win the Super Bowl or the championship. Like, sure, to me, I would actually argue today, guys, and this is my last little tangent here. People want to say that Jalen Hurts was big. I would make the argument, and I would say that Jordan Davis was the MVP of today. I would say that you can make an argument and say that Zach Bond was the MVP of today. Because if Zach Bond doesn't get that INT in the first quarter, I don't even know if they win. I don't even know if they win. I don't know, like, Quinyon Mitchell made some nice big-time plays. So, like, everybody's chipping in. Everybody's stepping up in certain moments. Barkley also had a big block today, too, even though they were going to stack the box against against Saquon Barkley. A.J. Brown had a couple of really nice catches. You know? Vic Fangio. My gosh. That defense is just so scary. It's incredible to me. It's absolutely incredible to me how much goes on into winning just a sporting event, guys. It really is. You can even say that, well, Kyle Schwarber had a 4-home run game. But guess what? Those guys had to get on base. And those guys, while they're not driving in runs, and Kyle is the MVP, but guess what? Those other guys are just as valuable too, because they got themselves on base. You understand? So you're the true GOAT, JJ. Thank you very much. We streamed all day. We streamed for 5 hours yesterday. We did 17 hours on Thursday. We did 6 on Friday. I believe we did 7 on Wednesday. We put in almost a 40-hour week, so that's pretty darn good. I'm very proud. All right. Baseball season's winding down. And we're trying to get all this streaming in. We really are. Love you all very, very much. Lila Tove. Good night. And I will catch you all on the next one. Bye.